maximum bonus points in all the games at home. Very pleasing. We've said all along that we're work in progress really as a side. There are certain things that underpin us at the moment which constantly shine through in terms of the dog that we've spoken about. But we're trying to add more to our game now, and we showed some good elements of that today. There were glimpses of what this team can do, but we were a little bit inaccurate at times as well, which allowed Mont De Marsan to come back into the game.
Yeah. Is that what you said to them at half time and talked about the inaccuracy?
Yeah, it was the inaccuracy and the discipline as well, because I thought we worked reasonably hard and well to get our points in the first half, but we give them their points on the plate really, so that was a bit frustrating. Yeah,
and some of the guys returning got tries in the try for Charlie as well.
Yeah, it's great that we've played all season without Johnny and Henry, and it's only their second game back, but both of them showed exactly what they're capable of today, and Charlie is starting to obviously move his game forward now. I think he's played fantastically well anyway, so all of a sudden we've got some good selection options behind him.
Yeah. Injury to Freddie, and how's he looking?
We'll have to see really over the next 48 hours. It looks like a medial knee ligament, and there is a little bit of movement there. We just have to wait and see.
Yeah.
Is that your problem, or is it England's problem to sort out?
We'll liaise with England. Yeah. He'll turn up in camp next week, and we'll work together. There's a close liaison there.
Was that done in the tackle in the build-up to the first try?
Yes, yeah, it was. Yeah.
He came off quite sharpish after.
Yeah, he did. I mean, he could see by him that he was struggling. In fairness, he wanted to stay on, but we didn't think it was appropriate that he did. So as soon as we felt there was any injury there, we obviously brought him off, and hopefully we'll see over the next 48 hours. It's something that he's had before. He had in the pre-season, and it took him 2 or 3 weeks to get over that. Hopefully, it'll be similar.
And that's his left knee.
His left knee. Yeah.
You said in the radio interview you alluded to some foul play potentially at the scrum at the end. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, I mean, we saw a little bit of a reaction from Shaun Knight, and we'll be obviously identifying that to the citing commissioner. But Shaun was very angered really in terms of what took place.
Can you say what?
A kick to the head.
Right.
2 kicks to the head.
As the scrum was going.
As the melee sort of.
At this stage, are you pleased it's done? You don't have to play them again this season in sort of one respect. But, both. You talked about it beforehand, but that's 2 games there, and with Hazy getting banned, he was sort of mortified about what he did, and you as a club were sort of keen to say that sort of incident wouldn't happen again. It seemed like they just come and done something similar to.
Our focus was just getting the result, trying to put a performance in and get a result, and then moving themselves on without any yellow cards, any red cards, or any other after effects. So we've probably done that now, and the boys were great. I think that there was some stuff going on out there that they just sort of tried to ignore and move on.
Yeah.
It's done. It's dusted. We dealt with it, I thought, very well as players. Although there is this one incident which may require further investigation.
So you make a report to the citing commissioner, and then
we'll highlight the timeline to the citing commissioner. From what my analyst says, it's quite clear. So
yeah.
Without predicting who you might get in the quarter-final, I suppose it's just good that you're there and you've got a hand you can come to.
It's very important that we, as a new group that we are this year, we get into playoffs, we experience what playoffs are like, and from that we'll grow and become better and more experienced in that environment. I think it's our first year together, and to get into a playoff coming from the group that we have to be reasonably pleased, but it's part of the job. And the fact that we've got a home quarter-final is huge for us now, and we look forward to that against some of the big powerhouse teams of Europe.
Great effort to get the game on today.
It was fabulous. I think the whole Gloucestershire community came out to make sure that the game was on, and they deserve a huge amount of credit for what they've done here. I think it goes to show what the game of rugby means to Gloucester people and Gloucestershire, and they're so passionate about it. We're working hard to provide a team on the field that they can be proud of. We're not there yet. You know, there's holes in our game, there's inaccuracies in our game, but we're moving forward. You know, we're building this team, and we're building a bit of confidence within the team. And we're showing glimpses, but not for sufficient long enough periods. But you know, part of the motivation for doing that is to to repay our support.
By the time you know the quarter final comes around and you host one of those teams, how much better do you think you're going to need to be than you have been? Obviously, you've been quite clear that you still want to sort of improve some things. How much better do you need to be to win it?
Our accuracy's got to improve. I think we've got the finishing power, as we saw on a couple of occasions, but our accuracy has to improve. And again, you know, discipline in terms of the penalties that we give away, you just can't afford to do that against some of the top sides. So that has to improve as well. But I think the mere fact that you play a better team on a top side actually brings out the best in sides as well.
Yeah.